Hello guys and welcome back. So now in this video we will be adding the camera controller, right? So first of all, let's set up the camera. Right here, click on this camera, right click on it, click on create empty parent, and let's name this parent as camera pivot. Alright, then select the camera pivot, right click and then click on create empty parent. Alright, and this time name this as camera manager. Alright, so inside camera manager we have camera pivot and then the camera itself. Alright, now once you do this, then right here inside this player folder create a C# script by the name of camera manager. Click on camera manager and drag and drop this script. That is all we have to do for this. Now let's go ahead and create controls for our camera. Alright, so right here as you can see we have this movement, so now we're gonna create one more. This time name this as camera movement. Alright, we need to delete this binding and in here add another binding. Let me click on it and change this action type to pass through and then vector 2. Alright, then after that click on it and select the up down left right composite. Right, we want to control the camera using our controller, and as you know that in most of the game the camera is controlled using the right stick, so name it as right stick. Then we want to control our camera using the mouse, so for the mouse we will add a binding and let's select delta mouse. Alright, now for the right stick let's set up the path. So for the up we will use the right stick slash up, then for the down we will search for right stick slash down. Whoops, okay, right stick slash down, then right stick slash left, and then right stick slash right. Okay, and when you are typing in here, make sure that you type the first word as capital. For example, in the right the R is capital and in the stick the S is capital. Okay, and for the mouse it is already set up. Okay, let's move the mouse up right there and then the controller. That's it. Once we have the buttons, click on save. Then go ahead and open up the input manager. Now let's read the values from the camera inputs. Okay, for that, right after the horizontal input we will create a private vector2 by the name of camera input. Then create a public float by the name of camera input x, and then another float by the name of camera input y. Now let's read the values and store it inside our camera input, and then we will separate the x and y movement of the camera separately, okay, in that floats. So let's first of all read it. So for reading it, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna just copy all of this first line which is for the movement inputs, paste it right down below, and then I'm gonna change this from movement to camera movement, and right here instead of movement input I'm gonna type camera input. That is all we have to do. Now let's store the camera movement in these two separate floats which we created, camera input x and y. So in the handle movement input, right after the movement we will say camera input x equals to camera input dot x, and then camera input y will be equals to camera input dot y. That is it. So if we save the script, get back right here and play the game. Now if I try to move my mouse, as you can see, the camera input X and Y values are changing. And if I use the controller right stick, as you can see, the inputs are changing, as you can see. Okay, so we are reading the camera inputs and storing them separately. We have also created the camera manager script, which we're gonna open up right now, and in the next video we're gonna work on our camera manager script and add the actual camera movement. So see you guys in the next one.